holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 38. After the turnover, it's Tua. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And some room to run now. He's got room at the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as...
Touchdown, Dolphins! Josh Oliver, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins use the only turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now, before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On play action, it's Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Jason Garrett. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Touchdown! Cedric Wilson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, why we look at the defense. They came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Tua going to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Tua going to tap this forward on a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Maybe a little over anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That really sets him back, a loss of 6. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. 21-0 our score after 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelce. He's going to have the first down and then some. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 70. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, Paul.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. This team is truly trying to score in every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big score like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes now on first down. Open man downfield, that's Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And now here's another interception. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the round is on here in this first half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelce. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Mahomes will throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second down. Here's Mostert again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Here's Mostert, toss left side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the lead will remain at 23.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On 1st down, Mahomes. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
Mahomes going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes that kind of had the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. So now just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Ready?
One more time with Mostert. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Ready.
2 and now, 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down, 4th and goal. Sanders' kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, It took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Ready. Hurry.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That's swung out to Mostert. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get